Some songs become so big they define an artist's entire career. But what if those same musicians couldn't stand the very songs that made them famous? From Kurt Cobain thinking Smells Like Teen Spirit was lost on his fans, to Robert Plant spending thousands for Stairway to Heaven to not be played on the radio. Today we're looking at legendary artists who hated their biggest songs. Sweet Child of Mine may be one of Guns N' Roses' most recognized songs to date, but the person who invented the iconic riff wasn't so keen on the now career-defining record, even going as far as deliberately trying to sabotage it. At the time, Slash felt that Guns N' Roses needed to uphold their bad boy rock image, a power ballad like Sweet Child of Mine not having a place in their catalog. With this, he devised ways to put it on the chopping block, initially writing the intro to sound so bad, GNR would have to get rid of it. But the opposite occurred, frontman Axl Rose digging Slash's work on the track, pushing it to be on the album. A decision they definitely didn't regret, as Sweet Child of Mine isn't only their most popular song to date, but an essential piece to one of the greatest debuts in rock. Appetite for Destruction going 18 times platinum in the US and selling over 30 million copies worldwide. And as GNR's opinion on Sweet Child of Mine changed into something positive over time, Radiohead's Creep was the complete opposite. A standout single as the band's biggest song to date, Creep is secured as one of the biggest alt ballads of all time. The song inspired by a beautiful girl lead singer Thom Yorke encountered in the 80s, never mustering up the courage to talk to her, instead resorting to following her around, like a, creep. For non-Radiohead fans, Creep and their debut Pablo Honey are starkly different from what would become their actual sound. Despite all the buzz revolving around Creep, Radiohead grew increasingly frustrated with it, their label EMI pressuring for a Creep Part 2, eventually dropping the song off their live set for years in order to distance themselves away from what made them famous. But luckily for them, the sound steered in a proper direction. I even covered this in one of my favorite videos on the channel, telling Radiohead's story through their album artwork, which you can check out at the top of your screen now. And while Creep saw Radiohead question who they were as a band, Walk This Way made Run-D.M.C question if they even had a future in music. The first mainstream example of rock and rap artists working together, Walk This Way forged a new fan base among rock legends Aerosmith and the foundational hip-hop group Run-D.M.C. Producer Rick Rubin actually suggesting the collaboration, which Aerosmith was surprisingly into. Frontman Steven Tyler actually loved rap, having a pulse on it in the mid-80s, buying cassettes from vendors on the streets of Manhattan, while on his daily hunt for certain substances. Guitarist Joe Perry was definitely keen on the collaboration as well, with his teen stepson jamming a copy of Run-D.M.C's 1984 self-titled album in their home. Rapper Daryl DMC McDaniels, however, wasn't hip to the idea, rejecting Rubin's proposal to write lyrics with the original song in mind.
And we waiting, we waiting, and then Steven comes on, backstroke lover in the underneath it cover. This is us on the phone. Oh hell no! We are not. This is country bumpkin, mountain climbing, hillbilly gibberish. You guys is real, yo. We totally rebel.
McDaniels feared it would ruin Run-D.M.C's credibility. Despite the reservations, recording pushed on. Primary frontman and leader Rev Run attesting that at the time he hated the song, but after years of ongoing success, he considers Walk This Way as a valuable lesson, keeping an ear open to doing something different. And even though Run-D.M.C had a distaste for their biggest hit, it was nothing compared to the likes of Oasis and Wonderwall. Written by guitarist and main songwriter for the band Noel Gallagher, Wonderwall is actually one of his least favorite songs, mainly because he felt it's always been unfinished. In fact, he feels the band's entire sophomore effort, What's the Story Morning Glory, wasn't complete. Taking the song to stages across the world brought an additional frustration, Noel feeling he could never get the tone and progression of it quite right. His relationship with it is still sour to this day, telling British music and pop culture mag NME, outside of England, it's the one we're famous for all over the world, and it annoys the fuck out of me. Even Liam Gallagher, who rarely sees eye to eye with his brother, was in agreement. I can't fucking stand that fucking song. Every time I have to sing it, I want to gag. And while Oasis was in agreement on hating the song that put them on the map, Led Zeppelin's opinion on Stairway to Heaven was split. Widely revered as one of the greatest rock songs in history, it feels strange that frontman Robert Plant doesn't like it, stating he simply outgrew the lyrics. Originally written in his early 20s, he now finds them pompous and unrelatable. Following constant rotation on the radio and countless live performances, Plant became so tired of the track that he told Los Angeles Times in 1988, "I'd break out in hives if I had to sing that song in every show." The opinion hasn't wavered, referring to the track as a wedding song, and even donating thousands to Portland's KBOO radio station just to hear them stop playing it. Heavily contrasting this is guitarist and fellow songwriter Jimmy Page, who thought the song crystallized the essence of the band, displaying them at their absolute best lyrically and musically, meaning one of the main reasons Page loves Stairway is exactly why Plant dislikes it. And while Robert Plant would try to dismiss Stairway to Heaven's lyrics, Kurt Cobain thought the lyrics to Smells Like Teen Spirit were entirely lost on his fans, as off the back of Teen Spirit came a mainstream audience, one he thought couldn't really comprehend the song, conveying a sense of anger and general apathy for his generation. To his surprise, the jocks and bullies of high school around the country were now the same crowd coming to see Nirvana live, telling Rolling Stone in 1993, "I literally want to throw my guitar down and walk away. I can't pretend to have a good time playing it." This type of inner turmoil was recurring, Kurt battling this along with rampant depression, famously stating in his last alleged note to the world, "Why don't you just enjoy it? I don't know." And just as Kurt rejected Smells Like Teen Spirit, a similar feeling would be shared by Frank Sinatra 20 years earlier. A song you'll likely hear at funerals and Italian restaurants alike, Sinatra's My Way is the most popular record of his career. But his feeling towards the song wasn't exactly the most cheerful. Decades of performing My Way began to wane on Old Blue Eyes, ending nearly every set with it for roughly 25 years. In 1983, it loomed over him. At an event honoring actress Elizabeth Taylor, Frank would make his way to the podium, ready to deliver his speech. As the band sprung to life, he was welcomed with a rendition of My Way. What followed was compounding frustration coming to a head, yelling to the band, "Don't ever play that song again. I had enough of My Way," which was a pain in the ass. Sinatra actually having a knack for hating his top songs, calling Strangers of the Night a piece of shit, the worst fucking song I've ever heard. It seems that no matter the success his numerous singles brought to him, Frank ended up despising them simply because he heard them everywhere, similar to any track you listen to on repeat, as you'll eventually outgrow it. Only Sinatra did that with his own songs. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments section if I missed anything that would have been good on this list. If you dug this video, you'll definitely dig the one on the screen now, documenting rock legends who were caught stealing songs. As always, drop a like and a sub if you'd like to see a video on music and culture every week. Until next time, see you again soon. I wonder if I would end up hating my own song if it made me millions and millions of dollars.